A person is not just a body, but a collection of habits that shape their personality. Advising someone to save without explaining how to do it is like drawing a horse and labeling it horse. Everyone knows that saving is an important element of success, but most people simply don't know how to make it happen. Saving is a matter of habit. What we do consistently becomes part of us. Just as you take the same route to work every day, you can act on autopilot, following old stereotypes and habits without even realizing it. And this path, this choice, shapes your reality. Therefore, the question is not about what you want to do, but about the habit you choose to build. Most people live in poverty because the habit of poverty has become their life. They don't realize that their financial situation is the result of their own habits and beliefs. The fear of poverty is what limits possibilities. A person who doesn't believe in their ability to earn more has already set limitations for themselves. They program their subconscious to stay in the same situation because fear and limitations have become their habits. These limitations block opportunities for financial growth. The habit of saving changes everything. It's not just about putting money aside, it's about creating new possibilities. You begin to believe that you can do more because the habit of saving makes you capable of greater things, opens new horizons, gives confidence and initiative. All of this ultimately affects your income. By building the habit of saving, you're not just increasing your wealth, you're expanding your reality. Set a clear goal. Write down how much money you want to earn and how much you want to save. Make it so real that your subconscious begins to act according to this plan. You're not just striving for money, you're building a habit of success, a habit of prosperity. But be careful if you live with a mindset of defeat, because that will definitely be your reality. If you constantly think about problems, about poverty, you amplify negativity and attract it. The secret lies elsewhere, the habit of thinking and acting for success, for abundance, for prosperity. You are shaping your reality, and when you start thinking and acting for prosperity, new opportunities will literally begin to flow toward you. Like attracts like. The choice is yours. Debt is a cruel master that destroys any attempt to save. Poverty by itself can kill any ambition, destroy self-belief and hope for a better future. But when the burden of debt is added, the person trapped in it is almost doomed. No one can succeed, gain respect, or fulfill their life goals if they are weighed down by huge debt. A person burdened with debt becomes a powerless victim, like a slave shackled in chains. I remember a friend of mine who earns $1,000 a month. His wife is accustomed to a luxurious lifestyle, and despite their annual income being $12,000, they live as if they had $20,000. This has led to the man being unable to escape his debts, and even his children, following their mother's habits, fall into the same trap. This causes conflicts within the family, and even their plans for their children's education are destroyed by constant debt. Accumulating debt is a habit that starts with small steps and eventually becomes a huge problem. Many young people starting their married lives accumulate debts, which gradually become a constant part of their lives. Later, when the romance of marriage fades, financial difficulties arise, leading to dissatisfaction and breakups. A person who bears this burden cannot think about their ideals and goals. They gradually lose motivation and find themselves trapped in their own limitations. Getting rid of debt is the key to breaking free from slavery. One successful man who nearly perished under the weight of debt in his youth offers this advice. Never borrow money, no matter what. He managed to break free from this habit and liberated himself from the chains of debt. But for many, this is not so simple. Debt is like quicksand, slowly consuming its victim. The fear of poverty is one of the strongest destructive forces. People who are caught in debt often feel paralyzed, losing hope and confidence in themselves. There are two types of debt: debt for luxury purchases, which becomes a deadly burden, and debt related to professional education or business development. The latter can be justified if it helps you earn in the future. The former should be avoided, as it often leads to speculation and more debt. Debt slavery is not just a financial problem. It's a mental burden that grows with every step taken in the wrong direction. The fear of poverty not only destroys the mind, but also attracts other negative states. Fear of illness, fear of old age. A person trapped by these fears sinks into poverty, sickness, and old age much faster than they should. Millions of people leave this world due to debt and the fear of poverty. Here is the story of a young man who got into debt, lost his job, and ultimately could not find a way out. His life ended in tragedy due to the chains of debt. How can we overcome this fear? First, stop buying on credit and begin to gradually pay off your debts. Once you free yourself from debt, you'll be able to change your habits and direct your energy toward achieving prosperity. Set a main goal for yourself. Regularly save a portion of your income, even if it's just a small amount. This will help you form the habit, and soon saving money will become a pleasant and beneficial activity. A habit can be overcome by replacing it with another more useful one. Those who seek financial independence must change the habit of spending money into the habit of saving it. It's easier to simply give up an undesirable habit, but often this doesn't lead to lasting results because habits tend to return unless replaced by a new, more constructive one. When a habit is lost, it leaves a void, which must be filled with another habit, or else the old one will return. In this course, you will discover psychological formulas that will help you build confidence and financial discipline. These formulas become part of your mental framework if you follow the instructions. If your goal is financial independence, accumulating money will become simpler once you overcome the fear of poverty and develop the habit of saving. The author of this course stresses that success is not measured solely by money, but money is a crucial element that enables a person to thrive in today's world. A person without money depends on those who have it and is unable to seize many opportunities. The first thing you notice about others is often their financial situation. Therefore, money plays a significant role in social interaction. Without savings, success can become unattainable. People who are used to saving gain not only money but also other important qualities that are essential for success. Even small savings accumulated consistently can lead to financial independence. Experienced analysts argue that by examining a person's monthly budget, it's possible to accurately determine their lifestyle. An especially important role in this is played by entertainment expenses. This category of expenditure must be monitored as carefully as a farmer monitors the temperature in a greenhouse, because it directly impacts the vitality of the plants. Those who actively manage their budget often include a leisure category, which unfortunately often does more harm than good, draining finances and sometimes even damaging health. We live in an era where entertainment takes up a large portion of many people's budgets. For instance, tens of thousands of people earning only $50 per week spend up to a third of their income on alcohol, a bottle of questionable quality priced between $6 and $12. These individuals not only squander money that could have been saved, but also ruin their health and character. This lesson is not a sermon or moral lecture, it's simply the facts that lay the foundation for success. Now we must shift to specific facts that directly relate to achieving success, as ignoring them will weaken the entire course. The author of this course is not a reformer or a moralist. These matters require the expertise of others. What is written here is part of a philosophy that points the direct and safe path to success. At one point, the course author partnered with the late Don R. Mellett, editor of the Daily News in Canton, Ohio, who was also interested in the philosophy of success. With the help of detectives, including those provided by the governor of Ohio, they gathered extensive information about the lifestyles of city residents. After Mellett was tragically murdered, the data he collected was passed on to the course author, and it remains accurate. When reporting examples of individuals who spend their income on alcohol and entertainment, you can clearly see how this leads to financial problems and personal disasters. For example, a clerk earning $6,000 a year spent $300 on alcohol every month without saving a single penny. This same pattern is evident in other cases where people fail to control their expenses, ultimately ruining their financial stability and health. These examples demonstrate how the habit of spending money thoughtlessly, without a savings plan, can lead to significant problems. On the other hand, Those who cultivate the habit of saving even small amounts have a much higher chance of achieving financial independence. If a person does not save, you can be absolutely certain that they will never achieve financial independence, no matter how much they earn. The only exception is if they inherit an amount so large that they cannot spend it all, or receive an inheritance under conditions that ensure its preservation. However, such cases are rare and should not be relied upon. The author is acquainted with hundreds of people, both in the US and abroad, and has been observing their lives for more than 20 years. He has a clear understanding of why some of them succeed while others fail, knowing the reasons behind these outcomes. Among his acquaintances are individuals who control hundreds of millions and possess wealth earned through their own efforts. However, there are also those who once had millions, but now have nothing. To demonstrate how the habit of saving becomes a critical factor on the path to financial success, the author shares stories of these individuals. One such story is of a man who earned $1 million in advertising, but now has nothing. This story, published in American Magazine, is shared to emphasize the importance of saving. The man recalls how he earned $1 million but failed to keep it. Instead, he spent almost everything he had and regrets not saving at least 10% of that amount, as it would have allowed him to maintain a stable financial position. This story serves as a lesson about the importance of developing the habit of saving and practicing financial caution in order to achieve true financial well-being. The habit of saving money is a crucial step toward financial independence. Those who save money are more likely to hold responsible positions, and this habit not only helps accumulate wealth, but also enhances the ability to earn more. Entrepreneurs are inclined to hire people who save money, as it shows their efficiency and ability to care for resources. Henry Ford helped his employees save and live economically, which was not only financial advice but an act of philanthropy. Opportunities for those who have the habit of saving open up more frequently, even if their capital is small at first. This rule works not only for big businessmen like Rockefeller, Hill, or Williams, but for anyone accustomed to saving. They were able to earn large sums precisely because they developed the habit of saving. There are countless examples of how even small savings have laid the foundation for great fortunes. If you don't have the habit of saving, it will be difficult for you to achieve financial success. Saving is the foundation of any substantial wealth. The sooner you cultivate this habit, the faster you will reach financial freedom. Without this habit, wealth will remain out of reach, which is why it's crucial to instill this habit at the very start of your journey. Here are some tips for those who want to save and build capital. 1. Create a budget. This is the first step towards gaining control over your finances. Record all your income and expenses to understand where you can cut back and save. Keep track of your spending and eliminate unnecessary or unimportant expenses. 2. Set financial goals, buying property or ensuring a comfortable retirement. When you have specific goals, your motivation to save becomes stronger. 3. Make saving a part of your income. Aim to save at least 10 to 20% of every income, even if it's a small amount. Regular savings will help you build an emergency fund and over time accumulate capital. 4. Invest in knowledge and skills. Building wealth isn't only about saving. Invest in education and personal development. This will give you more opportunities to earn more in the future. 5. Live below your means. Avoid excessive spending on entertainment, luxury, or material goods. Stick to your plan, and although it may require sacrifices in the long run, it will benefit you far more. 6. Invest your savings. Learn to invest your savings wisely, whether in stocks, bonds, or other financial tools. Investments will help your capital grow, but make sure you first master the basics of investing. 7. Be patient. Building wealth is not a quick process. It requires time, effort, and consistency. Don't try to get rich fast, as this often leads to failure. 8. Regularly review your financial habits. Frequently check your spending and income. Changes in the market or in your life may require adjustments to your budget or investment strategy. 9. Keep an emergency fund. Create a plan for unexpected expenses. This can be a separate account where you regularly set aside money for emergencies, so you don't have to rely on loans or credit. 10. Think through big purchases. If you're planning a large purchase, such as a car or property, make sure it is truly necessary and avoid spending on things that won't provide significant value in the future. Remember, saving is a habit that lays the foundation for financial independence. Once you begin applying these principles over time, they will become a natural part of your life and open up new opportunities for wealth creation.